The boy never imagined that even though he was reborn into a noble family, it would feel like a hell mode start. Not only did he carry over 200 pounds of excess weight, but before his reincarnation, the original owner had been a spoiled noble brat, which left his parents resentful and disgusted with him. On the surface, the country seemed stable, but in reality, commoners were constantly exploited by nobles, meaning he would eventually become a target of rebellion. The elf asked to see Jack's status panel again, only to find that despite being a noble, his proficiencies were nothing but labor skills. Most notably, he possessed the special talents Green Hand and Blue Hand, abilities perfectly suited for cultivating plants and crafting by hand. Jack could only sigh, since those had been his hobbies in his past life. He never expected them to carry over into this one. One day, while Jack was singing halfway through a song, he suddenly noticed a peony blooming out of nowhere in the garden. The flower spoke, urging him to keep singing, and the next moment, an unbelievably beautiful woman emerged from it. She introduced herself as the Princess of 100 Flowers, and claimed Jack must know who she was. But Jack's expression clearly showed he didn't, so she explained that she was the goddess of harvest and healing who governed the land. She had never heard the song Jack was singing before, and was drawn in by it, so she intended to grant him a blessing. But Jack was an honest person. The song belonged to someone from another world, and he didn't want to claim credit he didn't deserve. What he didn't realize was that the goddess could read minds, and became fascinated by the idea of his previous world. Only afterward did she learn that the song truly came from another world. But since Jack had sung it for her, he should simply accept the blessing with gratitude. So the goddess immediately awakened Jack's hidden talent, allowing him to successfully unlock the magic arts affinity. She also required Jack to come sing for her every day to relieve her boredom.
でも、わらわが恋と言うておるのだ。必ずじゃぞ。はい。逆らってはいけない気がする。
The elf could hardly believe Jack had gained the favor of the Princess of 100 Flowers. Seeing that Jack knew nothing about her, the elf explained that all things in this world were inhabited by gods, and among them, the earth goddess of harvest and healing was the Princess of 100 Flowers. Since the nation relied heavily on agriculture, she was worshipped as the chief deity. Curious, the elf asked what Jack had done to earn such favor. Jack hesitated, unable to reveal anything about his past life. The elf misunderstood, assuming the goddess had ordered secrecy. The next day, as Jack stared blankly at the sky, the goddess asked if he wanted to visit the heavens. At that moment, the elf suddenly appeared. Since bringing Jack to the heavens was no small matter, he felt compelled to intervene. He explained that Jack had seemed uneasy the day before, so he secretly came to check on him, knowing what Jack was thinking. The goddess played along and claimed she was teaching Jack songs from another world, which was why he couldn't casually talk about it. Even so, the elf's intrusion still required punishment, so the goddess took the opportunity to say that the songs she taught Jack would be credited as lessons from the elf, and that the elf must now nurture Jack's singing talent. Not long after Jack returned to the estate, he was informed that his parents were coming back. The elf suggested Jack should come clean, but the nanny insisted they think it through first. To change the subject, the elf asked Jack about his plans. Jack took out a storage pouch and a handkerchief he was making. The elf then decided on the spot to give Jack a magic lesson. In this world, magic was divided into healing, offense, and elements. Among them, spatial magic was the rarest of all, and the elf just happened to specialize in it. So he transformed the rough storage pouch into a spatial bag, and exchanged it with Jack for the handkerchief. Jack felt he had made a huge profit, but to the elf, it was an equal trade, because crops or crafts produced by those with green hand or blue hand were highly prized by elemental spirits. After that, Jack prepared more new songs for the goddess, putting her in an excellent